Hello, I'm teacher Erin, and this is the last video in a series of 3 videos called 10 Tips to Improve Your Intro Video. I have my son over here. I'm going to try to do this video as quick as I can before he comes and interrupts me. This is actually the third time I've tried to do this video. I'm going to try to finish it now. I have a new background. I haven't decided if I like it or not. I don't know if it's too busy. One con is that it has a lot of shadows, so I have to figure out, I might have to fix the lighting or change something else on it. But let's go ahead and get started. So we're on today, this video is tip number 7, 8, 9, and 10. So tip number 7 is do not look at yourself. Do not look at yourself. Right now I'm looking at myself and I am not looking straight at you, or at least that's what it looks like. It is very difficult to not look at yourself, especially when there is nothing for you to look at. So if you cannot look at the camera on your own, get like a sticky note or get your friend or spouse or child to stand right behind the camera and look at them. Do something to where, put a smiley face on top of the camera. Do something to where you have something to look at so that you're looking pretty close to the camera, because you want to look like you're making eye contact the whole time. Tip number 8, if you're able to do any type of video editing, I would say at least try to put music in your background. If you don't know how to do that at all, I'm sure there's someone around you that could maybe help. But there are some very basic programs out there that require not much work other than just figuring out how to download your video into the program and then clicking on some music options. Putting music behind you speaking just makes it seem more professional. It makes it more friendly depending on the music that you choose. And I just think it's a really good thing to have with your intro video. Tip number 9 is watch for glare. So when you have a light coming at you, most of us are going to have lights shining right on us so that our face is nice and bright and lit up. You might have some 2D props either that you're holding or that are going to be on your background. A lot of the times we laminate them, or even you can have just shiny paper, and you're going to hit this glare right here. So a suggestion when you're holding a prop in your intro video or at any time, bend it down slightly. This kind of might be hard to see, but you can't really tell that's what you're doing. But bend it down just a little bit so that you can avoid this glare here. Boop, just like that. And mine, I don't have a problem putting mine on the background. It usually looks fine. I don't have any special, some people spray stuff or get this non-shiny laminator stuff. I don't do any of that, and everything looks fine that way. And then my last tip number 10, really is kind of like a bonus tip, and this is just pertaining to those that wear glasses. You can have some glare with your glasses as well. I have 3 suggestions on how to avoid glare with your glasses. So this is like tip 10.1. A lot of times we can get to where we're like slouching. This is a very common position for me. Make sure you sit up and that your chin is almost down a little bit. It doesn't look like that's too much. Just like that, so that it's the same effect of, you know, putting your 2D prop kind of down a little bit. Kind of try to keep your chin down and not like sitting like this all the time. So that is the first tip, tip 10.1. Tip 10.2 is you can actually tilt your glasses on your face a little bit. Mine are tilted just ever so slightly. I don't know, can you tell looking at it that way? I don't know if you can or not, but the back of this part is up a little bit. It's not like resting on my ear. And then the third tip for how to make sure that you don't have glare coming out of your glasses is to put the brightness on your screen, whatever tablet, iPad, computer, whatever they're using, put the brightness all the way down, or at least to where the glare stops shining off your glasses. I can put mine all the way down and still see my class and students very easily. I might just be used to it. but those are the last of the tips, of the 10 tips on how to improve your intro video. I'm gonna say them real quick, and then I would encourage you, if you haven't seen the other 2 videos, go to the first one, and there'll be the second video will just pop up at the end. Click on the second one, and then if you want to click this one and watch it again, you can. So tip number 1 is act natural. I talked more about that in the first video. Tip number 2, use a prop in your intro video that you know that you will use when a new student comes. Tip number 3, make sure your thumbnail is eye-catching. Tip number 4, give depth to your video. Tip number 5, make your camera at eye level. Make sure it's not too low or too high. Tip number 6, be careful what you wear. Make sure that you pop out from your background. Tip number 7, don't look at yourself. Tip number 8, have music in your background for your intro video. Tip number 9, watch for glare. And tip number 10, make sure you don't have glare on your glasses as well. And I gave some tips on how to prevent that. I hope you enjoyed this series of videos. Yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you for watching this, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.